Hi guys, welcome to a new video. In this video we'll be making this cowl neck top. If this is your vibe, keep watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make a new post. The first step is to create a random basic bodice, and to do this I'm just going to get my shoulder line, rule a line across, get my chest line, which is your bust measurement, divided by 6 plus 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and get my bust points and rule a line across, just like you see me doing like this, and I'm labeling bust point and chest line. The next thing to do is to take my half length waist, which is my waistline. I'm ruling a line across, and the bottom of the pattern paper will be the full length for this blouse. So I've gone ahead to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and then I've put in my neck measurement, which is 3 inch for the width and 1.5 for the depth. So to get my arm curve, I'm going to be taking my shoulder measurement on my chest line, then ruling the line across. I'm going to go down by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope, and then on the chest line I'm going to be putting in my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll go ahead and put my waist measurement on the waistline, add 1 inch for ease and another 1 inch for allowance. I will do the same on my chest line, and then on my full length line I'm going to be taking my hip measurement, adding 1 inch for ease and another for allowance, and then I'm going to be connecting the point to the waistline, just like you see me doing. Now on my full length line I'm just going to go ahead by 1 inch and then give it a curve just to remove the sharp edge. I'm also going to smoothen this line here just to remove any sharp curve. Then I'm going to go ahead and trace it out. That'll be all for the basic bodice. So for this time I'm going to be cutting the back pattern first because I'm doing a slash and spread. I decided to add 1 extra inch to the bottom part of this just to give it a little more length. So I'm just going to add it up, and then I'm going to trace it out to get my back pattern, just like you see me doing like this. So after tracing, this is my back piece. This is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and just remove the pins on it and show you fully what it looks like. So this is the back piece, and this is what it looks like opened. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a good press. Then I'm going to set it aside, and then we'll move over to the front piece. Now for the front piece, because we are doing a slash and spread method, you can choose to slash however you want, but me, I'm going to be taking my slash from my bust point to my armhole line, just like you see me doing. I'm going to cut it open and leaving a little space underneath. It won't be opened fully, just the way this looks. So you're going to go ahead and place it on a fabric and then trace it out. So I'm just trying to pin these fabrics so it will stay in place. I've gone ahead to place the pattern paper on the fabric just like this. Then to get the cowl neck, I'm going to open the pattern up until 8 inches. You can use more than that. Ideally I would have preferred 10 inches, but I had to use what I have. This is what my fabric gave me. Then you're going to rule a line across from the neckline of the back pattern, from the neckline of the pattern to the end of this fabric. You're also going to trace it just like you see me doing. Please, if you don't get what I'm saying, watch what I'm doing. After tracing it out, I'm just going to cut it out, and that will give me my front piece for this style. Please, as you're cutting, make sure you notch the shoulder part so you'll be able to join them together easily. So after tracing it out, this is exactly what it looks like. I'm just going ahead to remove my pins, give a notch at the middle. The next thing to do is to cut the facing for this style, and to cut the facing you're just going to be placing the front piece on top of another fabric, and then you're just going to trace it basically up until the armhole or wherever you want your facing to stop. Don't forget to notch the shoulder points, like I said, so it will be easy to join together. So this is what it looks like. So after cutting the facing, the next thing to do is to place the fabric on top of the facing, and then you're going to sew them together, right side facing right side. Then for the back piece, I'm just going to use a bias strip to turn the neck. I'll go ahead and do it, and then I'll bring them both back. So this is what it looks like. I've gone ahead to sew in the bias strip for the back, and I've gone ahead to join the facing for the front. The next thing to do is to join the shoulder. Now please watch closely how I'll be joining the shoulders together. I'm going to be taking one part of the front piece. I'm going to use it to turn it over, and then I'm going to sew. I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what it looks like. This is what the shoulder looks like inside. The next thing I'm going to do is to sew the sides by 1 inch, which is the allowance I left for the sewing. I'll set it aside, and then I'll work on the sleeves. For the sleeve, I'm using a length of about 25 inches and then a width of about 15 inches. And they're just going to give it like a little freehand curve. There's nothing serious for the sleeve of this dress. Just give it a little freehand curve because it's going to be big, and it has elastic at the tip. So after just giving it like a freehand draft, I'm going to go ahead and trace it out. That'll be all for the cutting of the sleeve. So after cutting the sleeves, this is what it looks like. Mine has a joining in the middle because I had to join 2 pieces of fabric together. The next thing to do is to create your elastic casing, which is folding by 1/2 inch twice, just like you see me doing like this. You fold once and you fold the second time, so your elastic will be able to pass through. This is what it looks like after stitching. I've gone ahead to give it a good press. For the elastic, I'm using about 5 inch of elastic. I'm going to be getting a safety pin, and then I'm going to be passing it through the elastic casing, just like you see me doing. So after getting the elastic in, this is exactly what it looks like, and then I'm going to be joining it by 1 inch throughout. This is what it looks like for the both sleeves. As you can see, it's coming out really nicely. After getting the sleeve, the next thing to do is to join the sleeve to the armhole of the top. So you're just going to place it right side facing right side, and then you're going to stitch it all round. You do the same for the other sleeve. And so after attaching the sleeve to the armhole, this is what it looks like. It has some pleats because the sleeve is a little bigger than the armhole. This is exactly what it looks like. Guys, it came out nicely. The next thing to do is to hem the edge of this top. Just fold it and hem it round. Guys, after hemming and giving it a good press, this is exactly how it came out. I like the way that this look. Please, if you've enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make a new post. Thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.